feel the shadow of death. I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. 'Cause I've been brassing and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you talking and where you walking, or you and your homies might be lying and chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G that little homies wanna be like. On my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Most their lives living in a gangster's paradise. Been spending most their lives living in a gangster's paradise. Keep spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. Keep spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. Look at this situation they got me facing. I can live a normal life. I was raised by the street, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eyes. I'ma look at a gangster, set tripping banker. My homies is done, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now. Will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me?
What's good, my beautiful baby cats? It's your girl Key, your favorite psychic on the tube, and we are back with another sugar-free production. As you guys can tell by today's title, we're going to be doing the money matters topic, trying to figure out what's going to take place for you in finances for the month ahead. This is a Thomas reading, meaning it is meant for you whenever you find it. Without further ado, we're just going to dive straight into the topic. I can see where there's going to be possibly someone, for a lot of you guys, an investor of some sorts, whether this is you are getting a job and you're interviewing and someone's taking a risk and they're investing in you by offering you a position to fulfill so that you can give them something that they need, or if this is something to do with, you know, someone that may be in your life that might be giving you a loan of some sort, right? But I feel like that there is going to be somebody that's going to have a major impact on your finances over the next 30 days. But the means in which they invest is going to be different for all of you guys, but someone is investing in you. They're taking a risk of going out on a limb and offering you something, whether it's just a lump sum of money upfront, or this is like an opportunity. Okay. Someone here is looking at your credentials and they're looking at the hard work that you put out and they like what they see. They're going to be acting very myopic, regarding their facial expressions. They're not going to, give you indication of them being nervous. They're just going to take a chance and bet on you. So this is almost like giving, what's that show? Oh, I can't even think of the name of it. I'm so tired right now. But the show where people go on and they have all these ideas and a lot of people are competing with these investors to get something out of it. So it could be that you go to an interview, for instance, and some people get interviewed at once. It's not just you, as an example. For some of you guys, it could be that it could be a Zoom call. It could be, like I said, a mass hiring event for some of you all. Or this could be someone here that is investing like in a sponsorship. They've been watching you online. They really like what they see. This is going to take a lot of courage on this person's end because they don't know how you do business. Like, either way, flip a square, rub it down, whether this is someone handing you money to give you a sponsorship of some sort, or if this is someone giving you a job opportunity. It's like this person here is investing in you, based off what you have told them, based off what they see online, your online presence, etc., your resume, whatever, what have you, right? Your connections or your history or your experience. They're banking on that to be accurate information, and they're going to take a risk, okay? Not going to lie, this person here, how do I say that? This person here might be an individual here who they might be kind of an asshole. They might look like the type of person that was fawned over their whole life, or they might be somebody that is of privilege, okay? So this individual here, they might be, either someone's beauty standard, or they might be Caucasian specifically. So, we know that a lot of the times Eurocentric features are commonly perceived as attractive in different people. Doesn't mean that had to be your preference, because that's not what I think. But when we talk about globally based off, systematic racism, etc., blah, 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 we're not going to get into that. But this person will have phenotypes or features of, European descent. I would say that, whether they're Caucasian or not, doesn't matter. It might be that they have blue eyes or green eyes or blonde hair, or this person may be biracial, or they'll be light skinned. There'll be something about this person that'll have an impact over your finances. That this person here will fit someone's beauty standard, even if they're not particularly good looking to you, because I don't feel like you'll see this person, you'll be like, ooh la la, but you'll be able to see for other people. Like, there's some white men out there where I can see why other people find them attractive, but I don't like white men at all. Especially not in that capacity. But take a resonance and leave the rest. This person might be ghetto, not gonna lie. But needless to say, this person here is gonna like what they see about you. They might even advocate about you, for you. And it's supposed to be like a second interview or second phase. Like, they might go talk to someone. It might be that you speak to somebody, and then they have to figure out, okay, we're going to move you on. I'm going to talk to this person and let them know that I spoke with you, and they're going to be reaching out to you at this site or whatever, or that my attorney or whatever is going to be reaching out to you and giving you the details. Something like that may take place over the next 30 days for you all. Now, what deserves your financial attention the most this month is consumerism. I think you should pay attention to, any areas in which you may unnecessarily just be spending money just because you see things, just because it's in your face. Try to take a step back and walk away from some things that you might want, especially name brand items, etc. Like, take a step back to figure out, what the companies that you want to support and invest in, what your heart are and chose what they stand for, who they support, etc. This is very important, okay? Your dollar and where you invest it is important in the present moment. I also want to tell you guys that don't feel as though you have to keep up with the Joneses. If you don't have it to spend, don't go spend what you don't have. I also want to tell you, if you guys have been without a certain, how do I say this, substance, or you've been sober, there's no need to, relapse over the next 30 days. And if this is something that you decide to do, and you decide to say you're going to do this, you don't need to go broke in the means of doing it, especially if you've gone this long without it. I mean, is it even worth it at this point? Like, I feel like that's something that's significant, but for a lot of you guys, it's not necessarily about a substance. This could just be, like I said, consumerism. For instance, Hello Kitties are really popular now, right? I'm not saying that you don't have to get the stuff that you like that's Hello Kitty. Like, for me, I love Juicy Couture down. It is so hard for me not to just buy every single thing that I see with Juicy Couture on it. You understand what I'm saying? My cousin loves Hello Kitty. She has everything Hello Kitty. Some of that should be tacky because it don't even go with what she got, because she will buy anything with Hello Kitty. Hell, you can get some Hello Kitty condoms and they bitch will buy them. And she pregnant now. She don't even need the shit. But something like that could be significant. Like, you may have to put things on layaway. You may have to say, hey, I'm going to give myself some time before I actually come and do this. Try not to be an impulsive buyer. Okay? That's basically what I want to say regarding where your attention should be. Like, your financial focus should certainly just be on making sure that you have the things that you need to take care of taken care of first and foremost, right? Not just your wants, but your needs first and foremost. For a lot of you guys, you may have put yourself in the culture or the habit of living a paycheck to paycheck, making your wants equal to your needs, right? I also want to tell you guys your financial focus in the present moment over the next 30 days, especially, should be not being guilted into giving something that you don't have, if that makes sense, clarify this devil card here. Holy Spirit, clarify the devil card. Okay. Yeah, it's just basically just telling me, like, you used to have some things that you've been putting off that you've been wanting to do for yourself, some debts that need to be paid. It's like, make sure you take care of the stuff that's not so sexy. Of course we want to purchase everything in our Shein cart, but let's pay up Klarna first. Let's get some student loans out the way. Let's start chipping away at our debt. Let's just take care of the things that make sense, right? Let's get our debt out the way. Let's pay our hospital bills, all of that. Let's be adults about the situation is what they're saying. Basically, let's be mature with our finances, especially over the next 30 days. It could benefit you greatly, right? And also make sure you have a safety net. Let's stop spending money till we have nothing left. Let's stop abusing overdraft. Try to get you an actual bank account if you don't have one of those. And no Cash App, Chime, and Venmo does not count as a bank account. Right? I also want to tell you guys, like, credit repair is very important for you in this pile. When it comes to winter moments of financial opportunities going to rise for you all, I did clarify that, and we are met with the Fool card. So for a lot of you guys, you're going to get a new opportunity altogether, a completely new option. This might be a new job that you guys are getting for those of you who select this pile. Or like I said, this could be new clients. This could be a new sponsorship. It just feels like a new beginning overall. And it's going to require a leap of faith of some sort, and a certain level of courage with this opportunity. For some of you all, this could be something that you get where you're being called to lead something or protect something or an asset of some sort. So at a larger scale, this could be law enforcement as a job opportunity, healthcare, security, like something like that, right? On a smaller scale, this could be working at a warehouse. We have to protect the integrity of the business. This could be a cashier, protect the funds of other people, call center work, etc. But your service you're working in a service industry where you're going to be protecting someone's assets. Either way you flip a script, rub it down. With this position and this opportunity is going to be offered to you. I think that with this being a cat here, it says talking about like a cat having 9 lives. So it is going to be something that's going to have a certain level of risk factor to it. So as everything, even if this is like entrepreneurship and this is clients, there's a risk factor associated with that, especially if you guys don't have legal things in place to where you can protect your brand, right? But overall, that's just what I'm seeing here was what's presented to you as a financial opportunity for the next 30 days. I think that your money is best directed into self-development, okay? Making sure that you're, like I said, something about hospital bills, particularly doctor visits, making sure we're, balances are paid up, making sure that we're in good standing with our landlords and all that good stuff, making sure we're paying things off, calling people, trying to see if we can make payment arrangements, etc., etc. For those of you guys who have debts, right? If this is something to do with school, things of that nature, it's getting ahead of the curveball before it actually just gets out of control. It's just handling your business. That's just ultimately where your money should be directed over the next 30 days. The reason that you have not accomplished the goals that you have set for yourself thus far is, for a lot of you guys, I think that you have a habit of spending it before you get it, and you like looking like you have it together as opposed to doing the groundwork to actually having it together. And some of you guys, the reason in which why you have not had it together is because you have been prioritizing love. For those of you where you have children, this could just be, the other person's parent is not pulling their weight with the Emperor card being here. Or for some of you guys, it could be you always feeling like you need to do something for other people. I'm hearing no by some walk again, like somebody wants you to lose themselves just to keep you home, and the answer is no. So whether you live with somebody or not, like, you can't get where you need to be and deplete yourself trying to help somebody else in the same process. For a lot of you guys, it's a definite need to get selfish right here, right now, because, especially if you don't have kids, and if you do have kids, moreover, because you gotta take care of the kids you got. Now nobody else is. Stop picking up projects along the way. You can't love somebody else. How the hell you gonna love somebody else if you gonna love yourself, right? You have to prioritize the things that you want to do for yourself, not men, women, friends, family, yourself. It's that season where we stopped cutting the checks for no reason, right? That's the vibe here. We have to stop looking at the life that other people have worked hard for as being unobtainable for us, and we have to look at their ethic, the work that went behind it, that's the tireless nights and all those things. We have to hustle. This is time to tap into your divine masculine energy and to get deep into your bag. Okay, it's time to tap into the Aries energy of pure ambition, right? When it comes to the situation, I think that you can improve your financial situation the best way you can over the next 30 days is by, honestly acting like you ain't got it. You ain't got it. And really just, at the end of the day, people ask you for stuff, shit, you need to. It's just taking care of the things that you don't want to. Nobody likes paying bills. Look at this guy in his Ten of Swords. Man, it sucks. I know. It sucks to work hard and have to give your money up for some shit that you can't even see or experience right now. For a lot of us, it be like that, but you got some places you want to be. You got some things you need to get done. You have to invest in your future. So you're going to have to take these little minor setbacks for a major comeback, and it's going to position you for better in the long run, as opposed to the short gains, the small wins, and when it's time for everybody to flex and pop out for the summer, you pour. You understand what I'm saying? It's not, that's not lining up. It's stacking season is what they're trying to tell me about you. What you don't see coming, generally speaking, is, again, I think you're going to get a new opportunity. I also feel like that a conversation is going to go well. You're going to be able to finesse your way to the top. Something's going to go, or people are going to believe you. So whether or not you get a lot on your resume or oversold yourself, or this could just be, you saying, hey, I had that money by the first next month. I'll give you this month and next month. Somebody gonna go take a chance or risk on you, and you been and work some shit out, right? You got the gift of gab, and it's gonna be working for you for the next 30 days. You're going to get an opportunity. And I do feel like that you are going to have the funds to be able to take care of some things that you need and also things you want, but you have to create a budget is what I want to tell you guys. Keep up the good work, because I feel like you have been in the present moment stretching less. So when you get more, maintain that attitude, right? You're moving towards, like this says in this card, real wealth and prosperity, but you have to keep at it. You have to learn how to stretch your money. You understand what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm seeing for you guys. As always, I love you guys to the moon and back and around the whole soul. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
If this channel has blessed you, encouraged you, or brought you clarity, I invite you to sow a seed. You see, giving isn't about pressure, it's about partnership. Scripture says, give, and it will be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That's Luke 6:38. If you feel led, your support helps me continue showing up and pouring into this space. Thank you for every seed, every prayer, and every share.
What's good, my beautiful baby cats? It's your girl Key, your favorite psychic on the tube, and we're back with another sugar-free production. So, today we're going to be discussing the topic, what can you expect to transpire in your finances for the month ahead, okay? I can see where the person that's going to have the greatest impact on your finances for the next 30 days is really going to be yourself. If you want to change your situation, it's going to require actual input and work on your behalf for a lot of you guys. I could see where somebody here, it could be complicit in whatever their financial situation is. It doesn't feel like that you aren't working at all. It's not giving like, I'm just homeless and I'm relaxing. It's not giving that. It just feels like that you might not like where you are, but you haven't, apply for new jobs. And, it's just more so like complaining and hating your job and going there every day and allowing it to siphon your energy and, drain you. That's what I'm kind of seeing for you guys, because I did ask, why haven't your financial situation, changed for the better regarding the financial goals that you've previously set for yourself? And it's largely due to the fact that you guys have become complicit. It's like in a routine, stuck in a cycle. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've also somehow, some way, even convinced yourself that you have this sense of obligation to a corporation or a place that doesn't have that sense of obligation to you. For a lot of you guys, you're working for a major corporation. So it'll be like working for a warehouse like Amazon or a chain like Starbucks or something like that, and thinking that somehow, some way, you working there for 10 years is going to have a difference in how they treat you at some point. Foolishness. Foolishness. Like, for a lot of you guys, you're overworked and underappreciated in an establishment, So I feel like that with this situation, I feel like if you want to change it, it's going to require you to actually put some groundwork in. You're going to have to look for some new opportunities, and you're going to have to believe that you have a skill set that is valuable for you guys to, be seen by others opportunities. You have to have hope and faith that you deserve better. And we have to get out of this lack mindset that keeps us stagnant somewhere where we are underappreciated, and we have to weigh out our pros and cons. If, I'm getting this money at this job, but it's requiring me to sacrifice my morals, my peace, my mental health, my physical, I can't even think of the word. I'm so tired right now, but it's affected me in all these negative ways. Is it worth it? You understand what I'm saying? Your finances, where it deserves the most attention is, I think that you should be aware of what you have to deal with at that particular establishment in which you work in now. For those of you who are without a job, I think it's worth considering, like, your current circumstances. For a lot of you guys, either way, like, it's not worth it. Okay, especially if you're being bullied in the workplace. Is it worth it just to say you have a certain paycheck coming in, X, Y, and Z, and it's draining you? It's separating you from the people that you love most. When's the last time you hung out with your friends? When's the last time you genuinely enjoyed hanging out with family? When's the last time you got excited getting dressed for work? When's the last time that took place? I think that that's something that's worth considering. A lot of you guys, you can't even take time off. And some of you guys have been in the same space that you've been in since you were young, or some of you guys could experience being bullied simply because of your youth, or just being new to an environment. Maybe it's just your lack of experience in a field. For a lot of you guys, it's not translated to me as a lack of experience. For a lot of you guys, it's just because you're attractive, and whether you're a kid or you're a kid at heart, it's like this is something that people attack you for. That's what I'm seeing here. So with this situation, I think this is something that deserves your attention. You understand what I'm saying? So with the 10 of Wands being here, an opportunity for financial growth is going to present itself the second that you actually, get on Indeed. And like I said, you start applying for new opportunities, because it is going to be difficult. You may have to update your resume, and it may be frustrating because people might be contacting your present boss, and saying, hey, blase, 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 how are they as a worker? You can't allow yourself to be manipulated into staying in an environment that you know that you've outgrown, right? But moreover, opportunities for financial growth are going to present itself the second you start to look for other opportunities. It's very plain, cut and dry. I wish that I could stretch it out for you guys, but you gonna have to stay up some nights and invest in your future. You gonna have to put those stickers on your mirror in the morning and say, I'm worthy of opportunity that fulfills me. I attract money in abundance wherever I go. God is going to order my footsteps accordingly. I'm excited for this new miracle that God has for me. I'm very grateful for this new opportunity. Start praising God in advance. Get excited about this new beginning. Don't feel guilty. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I see for you all. Where is your money and best directed this month? And making sure you have something to tie you over once you make this transition. Something like that can be significant. I'm looking at your cards. A lot of you guys, you have dreams of being able to get back to the community, and this could be something that you do as well. Especially if you were thinking about doing stuff for coworkers specifically, or fuck that. Fuck them. Do something for people in your community, like homeless people, etc. That's something that's worth the investment, especially as you transition out. You may experience a lot of people who, are underrepresented, and mistreated by either your coworkers or the corporation. And on your way out, it may have been I know a lot of corporations say, hey, don't feed homeless people, or don't give the old food out or whatever. Don't do da-da-da-da. But on your way out, you better off doing that, but make sure that you're investing so that you have something to tie you over. Put a check up, especially for those of you who are head on bills or you're not in debt. Start trying to budget it to where you can at least put, you can't put a whole check, put at least 30% of one check up every month, or every, however you get paid, right? If you pay all your bills with one check, put the other one up and just say, hey, I'm not going to get my nails and toes done this month. I'm not going to get my hair done this month. I'll make sure I have something to tie me over so I can put that week in a hole, or that 2 weeks in a hole, or the 3 weeks in a hole when I get a new job opportunity, right? Because sometimes it takes you up to 3 weeks to get paid when you get a new job, and you don't want to be spare change, right? I'm not saying the Lord would do that to you, but just to make sure that, you're getting a heads up in advance. So just make sure you got something to tie you over once you transition. Because I'll be honest, the second you start to make moves okay, I'm tired of this shit, I'm gonna give me something different, you are gonna get something different. And I feel like you're gonna be wearing something that is cuter. You're not gonna have to walk around looking like a lunch lady or thrown away or dusty. It's gonna be something that makes you feel good to get dressed up for an interview. I think you forgot how that feels, and to be around people who are also attractive is going to be beneficial. You might get a new opportunity where people just not hating. They celebrate you for your differences. They celebrate you for your skill set, and they're going to love your personality. They're not going to try to dim your light at this new opportunity. For a lot of you guys, you feel depleted where you are. And here's the thing. I think you've been taught completely separate from the finances situation. You've been suppressing who you are so long to people please other people, and you've been taught this is a good trait, and people have I want to say inaccurately labeled your suppression as you being a team player. And that's the problem, because you're tired. And I think it's time that you start honoring your emotions in a way that makes sense, It's not worth it. Let it go. Move on to something different. I'm not telling you to let it go before you find something different, but make the moves to find something different and believe and trust in it to fall into your lap. You need a new opportunity that is going to pour into your cup. You've outgrown this space. Don't resist the change is what I want to tell you. So with that being said, I love you guys to the moon and back. And of course, around the whole solar system, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Want to sponsor today's reading? Check out the description box below for more details on how you can endorse the Trap Tarot Minister today.
What's good, baby? It's your girl Key, your favorite psychic on the tube, and we are back with another sugar-free production. Today, as you guys can tell by today's title, we're going to be talking about your finances for the month ahead in today's reading. Please be advised that we are going to be doing a marathon for the New Year special, and we're going to be trying to see what all is transpiring for you guys. If you're interested in joining us over there, the link will be below in the description box. Forgot to say that for the other piles, but I'm saying it for you guys. Without further ado, we're just going to dive straight into your reading. I can see where there might be somebody you haven't seen or spoken to in a long time that may impact you financially over the next 30 days in a great way, whether this is a distant relative or someone that like fans and things of that nature, whatever. But it just feels like you might get money or it's like clients, right, in different directions from people that you may not be in communication with. Like there aren't like your best friends or things of that nature. Like strangers are either going to be helping you, like I said, clientele, or people or a person that lives at a distance from you, whether this is a relative or not, right, are going to impact you financially over the next 30 days and have an influence that is positive on your finances. With that being said, what deserves your attention the most this month? I think this is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think, is it? No, it's the Page of Cups. Oops. So the Page of Cups, this is your dreams, really. You know, this is more so about making sure that you are staying inspired and motivated and acting on these ideas that you are getting into see your mind. You know, your attention should be on your creative endeavors over the next 30 days. It's going to profit and prove to be something that is going to be beneficial for you in the long run. When it comes to you guys who select this pile, your pile is going to be really quick, by the way. Not going to lie, it's very straightforward. But opportunities of financial growth are going to present themselves, you know, naturally to you. They're just going to just pop up, you know, right when you need money. It's going to flow to you. And it's going to be relaxing, you know, like you're going to wake up to money being deposited into your account. You know, people are going to want to give you things. For some of you guys, this could be like a birthday or holiday is coming up for you guys. People are just going to want to like invest in you and show you that they care. But, you know, you're doing well. So you're doing good, sweetie. You're doing great. You know, you're attracting money left and right. You're very abundant. This is a beautiful thing. Praise God in advance. But, you know, as you work and as you do the things that you love, you're going to find that money's going to flow with you. As long as you flow with these ideas and you flow with, you know, the Most High, you flow with like your creative energy, you're going to find that abundance, flows with you as well. Wherever you go, money likes to follow you. Money loves you. Money's your best friend. All of those things, right? So with the Strength card being here, I think that, you know, your money is going to be best directed into saving or making sure that you have some sort of financial security. So maybe if you guys don't have like your business license or, you know, legally secure, this is something that you should invest in. I also feel like this is about financial security regarding you might have a really good month this month, but who's to say that next month is going to be the same? Put something up to make sure you have something to tie you over. The Magician card talks about why you haven't accomplished the... Wait, hold on. Oh, the Strength card is supposed to represent that. So the Empress card is supposed to be where your money is best directed, really into yourself and in your business. So I would say make sure that you're saving, you're investing your money properly. But I also want to tell you guys to make sure that, you know, what you make, you find a way to portion some of it out and put it right back into your creative endeavors, you know, basically. But the reason in which you haven't met some of the financial goals that you have set for yourself, for a lot of you guys, is going to happen in divine timing. It's not that you can't do it. It's just, you know, some stuff has been delayed, not denied, but for your protection is what they want to say. And for a lot of you guys, like I was talking about, making sure that your business is legally protected, that's very important. I think that for a lot of you guys, you're going to experience that, like cloud or like a surge of like supporters and notoriety and recognition and whatever you do creatively. And that's when you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot more opportunities for financial growth in this endeavor. How can you improve your finances for the better? With the Magician card being here, make sure you don't get lazy is what I want to tell you. Like, don't get too comfortable. You're still hungry. Don't get too comfortable. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable. So with this Magician card being here, make sure that you're trying to figure out, how to expand this, while the skillet is still hot, while the iron is still hot, right? So you have a platform. Can you sell merch, right? Can we expand to having subscriptions? Can we, retail items? This is what you need to be thinking about regarding making sure your money makes more money and investing in yourself so that you can have longevity in what it is that you do. So you don't have to work so hard to the point to where what you enjoy feels like a chore and you don't love it anymore, right? Keep that in mind. But overall, what you don't see coming in finances is that for a lot of you guys, you might get, people might be tipping you, giving you like good bank, like maybe even trading stuff you've never even worked with. Like somebody might ask you, do you take Bitcoin? Do you take stock? It's a form of payment. You're going to be attracting clientele that is just that successful. But also what you don't see coming is that I think that for a lot of you guys, you're going to be having so much money that you have to go talk to a spiritual advisor and a financial advisor. Like, what do I do with this? You're going to be coming into the bank with so much money or get so much money deposited in the bank. You have to have somebody walk out the bank with you. You're going to have to be guard to the back of the bank in a room so that they can do your account. So you're not going to be at the little booth in front with everybody else. All right. People are going to judge you because they're going to feel like you owe them something. And you are going to come up at a time in which it feels like that everybody else is kind of like going through some shit. And people are going to feel like that you should share. You should share like this loaf of bread that you've been needing and tendering to, and this plant with all this fruit. Like, we deserve an apple, even though we had nothing to do with all the hard work you put into this plant. We deserve the fruits of it. Like, there's going to be some people that are like that, and people that are going to call you stingy or going to demonize what you do and all these things, and they're going to criticize. But what I want to tell you is, don't let nobody tell you how to do what you do who can't do what you do. I'm going to say that again. Don't let nobody tell you how to do what you do if they can't do what you do. Don't let nobody tell you how to spend what you got if they ain't got what you got. Fuck that tea. So with that being said, overall, like, make sure you don't go stupid and spend everything at once, because then you're going to end up proving the haters wrong. Well, it's not about that. It's just more so about showing God that you appreciate the blessing that you are getting. You understand what I'm saying? By tending to it and loving it properly. I just told you that money's your best friend. So how would you treat your best friend? You wouldn't use her. You wouldn't abuse her. You would take good care of her. You would nurture her. It would be a relationship that's off reciprocity and built off trust and understanding and, nurturing. So that's how your relationship with money needs to be. But you earned your dues. You put in the work, and, congratulations. And I want to say that you deserve it. I love you all, as always, to the moon and back. And of course, around the whole solar system. This will be a reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.